Hello, this is Ben with Aiphone again. Welcome back to another video on AC Nio programming. In this episode, we are going to focus on creating and modifying schedules in AC Nio. Schedules in AC Nio serve a variety of purposes. They can be used to control access to different parts of the building, set what types of credentials are required at different times, and configure when different inputs and outputs are active on the panel. First, navigate to Scheduling, Schedules. Here, you will have an option to select the desired type of schedule. To break down the different types of schedules, door schedules grant or restrict access to a particular door based on the set time. Floor schedules work with elevator control to grant or restrict access to floors based on the set time. Input schedules enable or disable a programmed input based on the set time. Output schedules enable or disable a programmed output based on the set time. And user schedules grant or restrict access to particular users based on the set times. User schedules are also required to set up access privilege groups, which will be covered in a later video. Once the type of schedule has been selected, the actual process is very similar. Click the tab with the type of schedule to be created and click Add. For this example, we will add a door schedule named Front Door and prevent access to the front door outside of normal business hours. Give the schedule a name and a detailed description. Then, assign the schedule to a partition or multiple partitions. Scroll down further to see the weekly view. There are a variety of modes available. You can think of a mode as an action that can be programmed. To choose one of the varieties of mode, you can click on the name of the mode. Here's a quick rundown of how the different modes work. Lockdown means that no credentials are accepted during that time. Card only means that only credential cards are accepted, while PIN only means that only PIN codes are accepted. Card or PIN means that either option is acceptable. Card and PIN means that a card and a PIN must be used in conjunction. Unlock means that the door sits open. First credential in means that the door will remain unlocked once a chosen credential is provided, such as when an owner opens a shop for the day. Dual credential requires that two credentials be used simultaneously, such as for a vault that requires two employees to open. For this example, we are going to set times and dates when no access is allowed. My system has defaulted to card or PIN, so we'll stick to that for times when access is allowed. In this case, we'll set it so that access is only allowed from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, with no access at all on weekends. There are two ways we can go about this. One is to click on the desired mode from the list of options above, and then click and drag from the start time to the end time. We can either click and drag on a single line, or drag down to assign it on several. So for our example, we are going to click on Lockdown, and then drag from 12 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. on Sunday. To save ourselves a little bit of work, we can copy this schedule by scrolling down the page to the box for Sunday, clicking copy and applying it to Saturday. Now that we have our weekends squared away, for Monday, we'll set up a new lockdown schedule from midnight until open, and then we'll set up another from close to midnight. Now, one slight downside of using this method is that when you drag and drop, it isn't always precise. We can see this by going further down the page to the menu that shows the spans for our different days of the week. And you'll see that we didn't quite get the exact time we wanted. We can use this to clean those times up. Click on the desired time span, and then click on the fields to change the start and stop times. Once we've adjusted one, we can move on to the next. And once we have Monday the way we want it, we can select copy and apply it to all weekdays. This menu can also be used to generate the time spans themselves, which are referred to as spans in the system. You can think of a span as a section of the day where a particular schedule is applied. The benefit of doing it this way is we do get more precision than when we click and drag, although it is slightly less convenient. Before we show how to create a span from that menu, here are some quick general notes about spans. Each day can have up to 40 spans programmed to it, and only one span can be active at a time, as you'll see in a moment. To create a new span, select a day and click the plus symbol. This will open up an Add Span window that will let us choose a mode, a start time, and a stop time. Since only one span can operate at the same time, we can use this feature to plug in a new span for a time that already has a schedule. So for example, on Sunday, we can set a time where it's card only in the middle of the day. So under Add Span, we select our mode, card only. We set our start and stop times. And then we click Add Span to add it to the middle of Sunday. You will see the new color reflected in the visual schedule. If we then change our minds, we can always just use the click and drag method to overwrite. So we can go up to lockdown, click, and drag over. Once everything is proper, you can set the schedule by clicking Create in the bottom right of the screen. It will look like the schedule has vanished, but we can go back to the schedule screen and see it there on our list. And if you need to delete a schedule, you can click the red arrow to the right of it. These steps will let you create a schedule of almost any type except for a holiday schedule, which will be covered in the next video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.